Hey everybody! So today we are going to be playing with those beautiful wax seals that I made. And I have these beautiful fussy cut florals from Minte, an adorable photo of my nieces. And then I also have my Mintopia collection from Click International that I'm going to use a little of it. I end up not really using a ton of it. Mostly I'm going to use those wax seals and the fussy cut flowers, but I am going to use some paper and those watercolor tags that were part of this Mintopia kit. I chose this purple lavender paper as my background. I'm going to go ahead and draw myself just a little bit of a guideline. If you want to see how I created my wax seals, I will link the video down below that shows how I made them, where I got my wax seal supplies from, and all that kind of stuff. So first, I decide that I'm going to go ahead and watercolor some of these tags. I haven't touched any of these tags from this kit, and they're embossed. They have a design on them, so I'm just going to go through, decide which ones I want to maybe use on my layout. And I'm just going to quickly add some color to them using these Vicky Bouton watercolor pens. Once they are covered up, I can just go ahead and rub away the watercolor off of the embossed area and then let them thoroughly dry. I don't end up using a whole bunch of these. I just use a couple. This is actually an embellishment that's a little harder for me to use, so I'll try to get them into some other projects coming up. But for now, just use a couple. I want to use all of these fussy cut florals and leaves from Minte, and my plan is to kind of make a cascading veil of flowers that are going to kind of come down about a third of the way down my page. To create this cascade, I'm going to start with the leaves. So I'm going to grab all of the leaves, and I'm pretty much going to just stick and plunk them along so that they're kind of hanging off the guideline down at the bottom that I drew, and then so that they're kind of hanging in the middle and around the edges. So I'm just going to fill in the edge of this area on my page with the leaves. And you can see how that looks here. And then through this middle section, I'm going to take these larger flower clusters and I'm going to fill in the middle section. I've left some of the leaves so that they aren't glued down, and then I can kind of tuck these larger floral clusters in and around this area of my page. Now I can go ahead and I have my wax seals from Craspire that I made myself, and I have some tabby dots from Spiegel Mom Scraps. Now we're going to add some dimension and a little bit more interest to this kind of veil of flowers that we've got going on here. I'm going to start with the flowers, so I'm taking some of these individual flowers. I'm going to pop them up on some dots, and then I can take the wax seals and I can tuck them in and around these flowers. To adhere the wax seals down, I'm going to use the red line tape that you can see up at the top. It's a dry adhesive, so I'm hoping that it's not going to, what's the word? Mess up, I guess would be the word. Mess up the wax seals or the pigment in the wax seals, anything like that. So I'm just going to put it down with some red line tape. I kind of treated these wax seals the way you would treat some of the rubber scrapbooking embellishments that you see. And red line tape works really well to keep them in place, but have them not turn to goo or not to chemically mess with the rubber. So I figured, well, we'll try it with the wax seals. Can I just say that this veil looks amazing? I love it. I love the texture of the wax seals kind of tucked in there. I love that The wax seals are this gorgeous like pink shimmery color, so it adds not just texture, but it adds some shimmer and shine and some fun to this veil of flowers. I think it turned out so pretty. I used a bunch of wax seals in this project. I'll link the video down below in the description that shows how I made these wax seals. There's also a coupon code you can use to grab some of your own wax seal making supplies from Craspire. They were super sweet and generous to allow me to play with some of their products, and I really had fun with these layouts and products that I got and created with. I really enjoyed this process and using these wax seals. I think they were really fun and really different to use on scrapbook projects. I'm just kind of flipping out the seals. Some of them are larger than others. Some of them are smaller. It just depends on how the wax stamped and how much I put into the little spoon to heat up. So really cute and fun project. I'm just going to go ahead and keep working on this gorgeous top of my layout here. I think this turned out so good. We need one more. We're going to tuck a bunch in here, create another one across the top. I'm going to have to make some more before I do my next project with these wax seals. That's okay though, because I like to make them. They're fun to make. I think so I have 6 there now, but I want 7 because, your eye likes an odd number of things, not an even number. So let's just tuck one more in down below, and then we'll get to work on the rest of the layout. I want to tuck my photo in so that it's kind of just like right below my little veil of flowers here. So I'm going to double map my photo. One of the papers I chose is a little bit of a lighter paper, and then this one's a little bit darker. That's going to really pop the photo off of the background. To balance out all of the color and texture we've got going on across the top of the page, I'm just going to put a little strip of that darker pink paper across the bottom. That's just going to help to kind of rein in all the things we're going to add to this layout. So now I'm kind of looking at these watercolor pieces. I'm going to choose a couple, and my thought is that these are going to work as the base for some clusters. So I'm going to, for lack of a better word, I'm going to pile stuff on top of them. But it's just going to be a nice little landing base for some embellishment clusters on my page. I'm going to use that beautiful Catherine Pooler die set that I used on Monday. Remember, I said I kept using it for a bunch of layouts. So there are lots of projects coming that have the title of beautiful because it's so pretty. But it worked really well. So I used that dark pink paper for the base and then just a white to cut out the letters. And then I'm just going to kind of tuck it in underneath that veil. This is just going to be the beginning of my title. So there's going to be more. I'm going to use some letter stickers underneath the beautiful to create our title, which is going to be Beautiful Dancing Girls. I know, so original, right? But it works. Now I can go ahead and put together these clusters. So I have these more of the flowers, and I'm going to just layer them all up. I would like to tell you what I binge watched while I fussy cut all these flowers, but I don't remember what it was. So moving on then. And just clustering them up, adding them where I think we need just a little more flowers. This layout is all about the flowers and those beautiful wax seals. See how they shimmer? I love them. I can't wait to show you guys the other project I made with them because they're super pretty. Okay, so that's pretty much what all we're gonna do here is just stick and plunk all these gorgeous flowers and create some clusters around my page. And then here's the close-ups. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love how this layout turned out. It turned out so pretty. So be sure to head over down to the description box where you can get all the information, and have a wonderful day. Bye.